So I am going to bring you guys some, again, talking about the yearlings this week, simply because I went with a lot of them today, and I saw a lot of them on the track. Now, it won't be as in-depth as last week. That was a little different. We saw the drone this week, so if we made changes, how did they look today? If we didn't make changes, are we going to make changes? And if we made changes and it didn't work, what's next? So, obviously, this is a slower process this time of year. There's no training. We're not probably going to train these horses till the first of the year. So there's no real necessity to get things fixed right away, other than I want them doing their work right every day. So we'll start it right there. Almost There Boss looked great since the day we broke him. He did everything good. He looked great the other day under the drone. This is a really nice colt. I was happy to see the breeder actually buy some shares back of this horse. One, we did our job and ended up with the horse for a little less than he was worth. And secondly, he just looks so good from day one that it compelled the breeder to buy some shares back and sell them privately on our market, which is good for us. It's good for our clients, and it's good for them also. Gives them a second shot at maybe what they missed out on, which was a little bit better price range for Almost There Boss. Anyway, good looking colt, does everything right. Really happy with him. Both Amor Diener and Arches Rainbow shares have not shown up on the site yet. They will over the next 14 days. Just trying to get things cleaned up from the sale and the sale season. But both of those horses did their work well. Now, Amor Diener is a little bugger to get to the track sometimes, but when he's on the track, man, he looks like $1,000,000. He looks great. And Arches Rainbow looks exactly like her yearling video did, and the reason that I was interested in her to begin with, she just looks really, really nice on the track. Better Be Sawyer, this filly looked good. I went with her the other day under the drone video. I was very happy with her. Blue Bayou Dio, same thing. I went with both of those horses at the drone the other day, and I was really impressed with both of them. Bomb Hugger, made a few little changes with her. She looked much better on the track today. Set of polo bandages, wraps on behind on her hind legs. A little more weight up front. We put a little set up. We're going to put a little set of bell boots on her, but she looked even better today. Century Invictus has hit the pace a little bit more now. Is he perfect in pacing the whole time? Not yet, but he's getting there. He looked good again today. Confederate Cruiser hits the pace and does it perfectly every time he was on the track now. So I was happy with him. He was gelded 2 days before the drone video the other day, so you can only imagine might not have been at 100% the other day, but did his work well and looked good doing it. Duke Dio missed the drone the other day simply because Dookie had a little bit of a high temperature right before we went on the track, but he's back looking good now and doing his work well. LSL had a little snot in his nose and a little cough the other day. He missed his drone session. A couple of these horses, we're putting them on a short list also to keep an eye on them. If we have to get some oral supplements for them, maybe to help them pick them up a little bit, then we will. LSL is trying to get over that little cough and sniffles he had the last week. Eyes of 10 looks good. Changed a little bit of equipment on her. We're going to add a Murphy blind outside. Put a set of shin boots on. She had a set of shin boots on the other day, but she's been trotting great since then. Garden State Dio, we haven't even broke this filly yet. And this filly, the reason we haven't is because she got sick when she got here. Not sick. She's eating her food. She's feeling better, but her temperature has spiked a couple of times. Little snotty nose. So there's no real rush with Garden State Dio. I told everybody, get her healthy, and then we'll break her. It's not the end of the world. Grace looked good the other day and continues to look good. She wears a lot of weight, just like her sister did, but as she started to get to the races last year, her sister, Darling Please, we were able to shed that weight because she had picked it up and done her work very, very well. This filly's actually got a better gait than Darling Please did. So let's see where that takes us with Grace. Granite Hill. He's exactly as advertised so far. So far, so good. James said, geez, he feels like he can go mile 240 with this horse right now. He just looks like a natural. He's very well bred. He's put together well. I'm really excited to see how Granite Hill is going to train down. So far, so good with this guy. Harlanelle. Still haven't made the shoeing changes. Blacksmith will be here on Tuesday. We'll make those shoeing changes on Harlan and get him moving forward. Wasn't the end of the world anyway because he had just been castrated. So we will make the shoeing changes on him, get him working on at a regular routine, see how Harlan looks over the next 2 months. Harvard Yard. We'll talk about Harvard Yard because she is our horse. We own half of her with Tim Twaddle and Jason Petrie of Hold the Line Stables. This filly is actually located in Pennsylvania, Washington, Pennsylvania, at the Meadows. I saw her coming off the track yesterday. She looks exactly how she did when we bought her. Just beautiful filly. Really, really nice gait. Really happy with what I've seen from Harvard Yard. Hill of Magic. I did not see her today, but I can assure you she looked great the other day. Need to get her head up a little bit. I don't mind when they go with a low head, but when they lay on the head check, that's a little different. We want to correct that right away. So we're going to change her gear that's in her mouth, get her head up a little bit, get her more attentive, but focused. Not jeepers. So she doesn't need to be more attentive. She needs to be more focused. Pay attention to your work and what you're doing. So just a few little things to get her to pay attention is what we're going to do with Hill of Magic. Kathy with an eye, she's another bugger to get to the track. She can be stubborn to get to the racetrack, but when she's on the track, she does everything right. Big, beautiful Uncle Peter filly. She has done everything we've asked her to do thus far. Loving Beauty, another horse that's kind of really underappreciated in the barn. This is a Swan for All filly that trots really, really nice on the track. James was happy with her the other day, and I'm happy with her also. She's always looking sharp on the track. So Loving Beauty has done everything right from day one. Luck of the Dragon, first day with the hobbles on today. He did his work very well. We jogged him 2 miles and came in, put the hobbles on him, went out and jogged him another mile. He paced, from what I was told. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't see him on the track with the hobbles, but I was told he paced the entire time, so that is good. Massive Profit, we had put a set of bell boots on him, put a martingale on him, Murphy blind outside. He trotted great today. I think this guy's going to have a set of brace bandages or polos on behind for now, and I think he'll be that much better next time we go on the track with him. Matt's MVP trots 1, 2, 3, 4 every day. Amy went with him today. He looked good again. $1 Million Swan. This guy, I saw this with the Amish last time we got horses. So he was sent to the Amish to break. He's fine going slow, but they don't know how to do any speed. So I'd actually put the trotting hobbles on this colt today for a little while. He trotted well. He does stand off a little bit, but so does a number of other horses. And trotters standing off, both of them the same, doesn't really concern me that much. And $1 Million Swan, I was happy with what I saw from him today. Going to take a little work. We are going to castrate this guy simply because he refuses to pay attention. And you can see that it's tough to see that that attitude polish up. It's a much more elongated learning curve with horses that are left studs that are acting like this in my experience. So we're gonna nip this in the bud, literally nip this in the bud right now. He'll be castrated first part of the week. Mischievous Rose, she continues to do her work well. Another filly that's gonna find her shares onto the site soon. This is a filly that I like very much. The second dam is a sister to the dam of Globetrotting, so that name on that pedigree obviously caught my attention, but she catches everybody's attention on the track. She looks great. Of Tom looked good again today. A little snot in her nose, a little stocked up behind, a little virus going through her, but she looks great on the track. Just does everything right. 1, 2, skip a few. I jogged beside her with Jason today. She looked really good. She missed the other day. Her temperature was 102.2. She was off that day. Her temperature was good today. I saw her jogging. She looked really well. Peanut Butter and Jelly. That was her first day with the hobbles on today. She didn't hit the pace. The Better's Delights are hard to gate right away. It takes 4, 5, 6 days for a lot of them to catch it up right away. And Peanut Butter and Jelly, she paced a little on the track today, but she still got, it was her first day ever with the hobbles on, so we'll cut her some slack. Prairie Fire, he looked good today. He was scratched the other day, another horse with a temperature. But he looked good on the track. I jogged beside him. Shane Acton actually jogged him today for Jason's barn. We have some babies with Jason just yet, some Ohio breds, because they're going to end up there anyway, until the 2-year-old, the coming 3-year-olds, the sophomores, come back from the field, at which point we'll absorb all those babies back up into the top barn. But for now, we caretakers down there, we want to make sure that they had work. So we moved some of the yearlings down to his barn. One of them was Prairie Fire. He looked great today on the track. Also, Procrastinator continues to look good. He paced well. Amy Wellington said he wasn't steering the greatest, but just goofing off, I think. This guy paces nice. He's got a nice gait, so I'm interested to see how he's going to be over the next month. Purple Aura, another Phyllis the creatine. She does everything correctly. Everything properly. Jogs great, goes to the track good, walks down to the bar. She just does everything right. Really happy with her. Renegade Gypsy looked good the other day. This is a big, big, heavy colt. And I've been very, very happy. I was happy when we got him, and I'm happy how I see him on the track. I'm going to keep a very close eye on him. One of the horses that surprised me, how good they were quickly, Resolute Bay. We'd castrated him a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And on the track the other day, he just trotted 1, 2, 3, 4, just looked great. I watched his brother, the veteran, race in the Meadowlands last night. So obviously Resolute Bay, some high expectations with him, but man, oh man, he looks some kind of good on the track. Rose Above It was recently castrated, so we just went easy with him the other day under the drone. I saw him on the track again today. I thought the horse looked really good. Rosie's Masterpiece. I did not see Rosie on the track today, but I did see her the other day, goofing off a little bit. When she hits the trot, she is absolutely beautiful. And that's exactly what we want to see from Rosie's Masterpiece. Slim Jimmy, another horse that's kind of in hiatus down in Jason's barn. He looked great the other day. Just strikes me as a meat and potatoes type horse. Does his work, trots 1, 2, 3, 4, never misses a beat. Just always looks good. Slim Jimmy's another horse that I think a lot of people have really underappreciated at the barn, but I suspect that will change in the coming months. Spent, I say he looked great the other day and continues to look good, does his work very, very well. Stonebridge Dolce, I did not see her today, but I did see her the other day. Pretty sure, as I said, she got a little OCD in that left hock. We'll get her looked at next week. There's about 3 that I want to have up right away to get looked at, and she is one of them. Stonebridge Hikati has looked good. This is Simba's brother. Continues to look good. I've been very, very happy with Stonebridge Hikati. Sweet on Pete, another one of the Hoylebreds. These are the horses we sent down to Jason that are really doing everything right. They continue to do everything right. Never miss a beat. Always trot. Always do their work well. And Sweet on Pete definitely fits in that category. 3 Point Blue Chip. I didn't see him on the track today. No one did, because he wasn't on the track today. As I said the other day, a little bit of a temperature, a little bit of a cough. I said, do not move him again until he's healthy. So he's probably going to be in until probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Taiwan On, another one, just push button type filly. This is Tipsy and Dixie's sister, and Tipsy was the same way. She was a little more erratic last year. She's a muscle mass filly. This is a bar hopping filly. She's not erratic. She does her work well. She's very, very square gated. Very happy with Taiwan On. Talk about square gated. Tioga Sunshine, I haven't seen her do anything but trot since I laid eyes on her. All she does is trot. Never misses a beat. Everybody that goes with her likes her. You don't like her, you just don't like horses. Twinbee Habanero, he didn't go today. A lot of mucus and coughing. Just gave him some time off, but we'll have the hobbles on him next week when we get him back jogging full time. Twinkle in Her Eye had a splint crowd. She had a big splint on her left front. Just nipped that in the bud as quickly as we could. Got that crowd yesterday, I believe. So she didn't jog today. Unbeatable Kemp. Both the Walners look really, really good. Very happy, obviously, with 3 Point Blue Chip. But this guy here, quietly, we didn't pay as much for him. A little less than a tenth of the price. But man, he looks really good on the track. You Gotta Believe, another horse that's kind of snuck down to Shed Row 12. Another horse, another Uncle Peter that all he does is trot. Pretty happy with You Gotta Believe. He looked great the other day under the drone also. Voyage of Ice and Fire, I specifically went with him today. We made some adjustments with him, added some weight up front, put a Murphy blind outside. I'm going to keep that Murphy on him, maybe put a set of polos on him on Monday. He looked good on the track today. Will to Win Hanover continues to look great. Johnny went with her today. We have Shelby, our caretaker, takes care of Will to Win Hanover. She does a great job with the horses, and she really likes this filly. Pretty hard not to like Will to Win Hanover. And then World for Two. Colt goes every day. Colt goes with World for Two Hanover, or World for Two. He really likes him. Pretty hard not to like this guy. He kind of, as I said the other day, wait until I sit behind him once. You'll see exactly what we like about World for Two. So that's all the babies. Instead of an hour and whatever, it's 13 minutes. We get through them pretty quick. We'll continue to bring you guys updates if there's something worth noting as the weeks go on. But for now, we're just putting in the work, right? Every day, go out and jog, bring them in, brush them off, put them away. Pretty, pretty push button between here and January when we start training them. So those are your yearlings. I'll be back in a minute with the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and all the burns.